Hello, it's Emma Mills here and welcome to episode 80 of MiTV. Now, I'm actually away on holiday this week. I did dabble with the idea of, shall I record something while I'm away? I thought, you know what, actually, I just don't want to have any particular work commitments that week if I don't need to have them. So I thought I will do myself a cheeky episode 80 from the office, pop that out. But of course, it's obviously the smart thing to do as well because I can just batch it here and I don't need to commit to recording while I'm on holiday. I also did think the Wi-Fi might be a little bit dodgy while I'm away. So I'd do it here just to be on the safe side and I can give some value without having to use my iPhone and a selfie stick on holiday. So today is going to be short and snappy, and it's for all of you business owners out there who are scared of processes. Now, the reason why I'm just focusing in on this today is because if in any way, shape or form you would like other people helping you in your business to deliver something, whether it's to your customers, whether it's internally, it's admin, ops, sales, whatever it might be, to be honest, that is only going to go really, really well if they have some framework of how to deliver something or what good looks like. Now, don't get me wrong, there are positions in businesses where you shouldn't be delivering it in a specific way. They should be using their own skills and mindset and ability and problem solving to get stuff done, more managerial roles. But a lot of roles and things that need fulfilling in businesses will only get done the way the business owner wants and thinks up here if it is clearly documented, or just at least there are some parameters, or what good looks like is shown somehow. Now, I'm very aware that with processes and systems, some things happen in business owners' minds. It's either, oh my God, that is super boring, I don't want to spend my time doing that. Or it's either, I haven't got time to create them all. Or it's just like, how do I create them? And just generally, I don't think many business owners look at systems and processes and think, yay, got to create some of those today. I don't think it happens very often. But it doesn't have to be an onerous task. And I have a handful of tips just on this today to get you started. And you might think, why do I need to get started? Because again, just going back to the beginning, if in any way, shape or form you're going to want help, so even if, let's say, you're a tradesman and you're going to get an apprentice, they're going to deliver something in a specific way, or you expect them when you're working with a customer to speak to them or say, or deliver something in a certain way, unless, to be honest, it's documented or a guideline, you're going to be wishing and it's not going to happen. So no matter whether you're a trades, a one-man band, a growing business, there's 10 of you, it's going to either, things aren't going to get done or it will become chaos. So my tips are, number one, start. So I've said before that basically this time last year, let's say 18 months ago, in April 2017, we probably had like 100 processes in our business. Now that might already be quite a lot to some people. It was nowhere near enough for us, but that's the nature of our business. But now we're at maybe like 400, 450 processes. Now what that gives is clarity. It doesn't overcomplicate things, it undercomplicates things. So we've got basically departments forming and now people know exactly what they should be doing because it's mapped out. Now that did not happen overnight. And if you have 0 processes, all you need to do is just think, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do one a week, one a day. Even if it's one a month, you'll have 12 at the end of the first year, and some things will just get done really, really well without you having to think about it. So for me, it's just those little baby steps. Even if it's the step of, let's say, sorry, it's just coming to mind, let's say you're a trade, how a job is cleaned up afterwards. Even if that's just written down and you do one in a month and that's it. But you know that every single time a job is done, it will happen in the same way. So just start is tip number one. Tip number two is, I know lots of people get put off writing processes because it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to write a bullet point list, and then it just seems like a really long list that people won't follow, and it's just kind of like a lot of words. I think one of the easiest ways for you to document anything, and it's the way we do it a lot internally at my PA now, is map it out on something, whiteboard, this, which I now love, a piece of paper. For those of you that absolutely can't tear away from your laptop, there are pieces of software where you can create flowcharts and things. But for me, I think a couple of Sharpies and a pad is the easiest way. Now this that just fell down in front of me is something I mapped out with Matt and Amber a couple of weeks ago, and we were looking at how we improve the internal process when we onboard a PA client. So this, I'm sure you can just see vaguely that it is a flow from when we do a welcome call, all of the things that need to happen. And for us, rather than me sat at my computer saying, oh, just let me grab this shape or this arrow, or it just taking forever, a couple of Sharpies and just mapping it out freehand and then thinking, oh yeah, well, we'll add this and we'll add this, gives us something then that actually, yeah, we all agree on that. That's a really good way to do it. And then the thing is, I don't create this afterwards. We then just ship it off to get it made into a process map. And there are loads of ways to do that, whether you get a virtual PA, whether you get somebody that you know, maybe you get an intern, maybe you get a member of the family, maybe you get somebody that already works in the business that enjoys doing it. There are lots of ways to get this done that will just create that into a nice flowchart online. My stickiness is unsticky at the moment. But ultimately, the freehand way of just creating this was not arduous in any way, shape or form. It was just like thinking through, what does it look like? And then like, this is our internal process. We then created an external one, so this is what our customer will experience, and it starts with completing a form inside Infusionsoft, and then it goes on, and the little red things were things we need to do, and then everything else is stuff that is going to happen. So here I need to create a video, and it follows on. This we haven't written the text for, and it's something that we add to, but this piece of paper for me is the most creative and easy way to just get them done. So ultimately, so these don't keep falling down, we would literally just get with a couple of Sharpies and start, and whether it's just at the top and you start from, okay, phone call received from customer, let's say that you're just looking at, okay, how do I answer a new inquiry in my business? If it's just you and you say you're going to get somebody else, if they pick up the phone and they're asking to, I don't know, get a house survey done, what steps do they go through? And just take it step by step. So somebody answers the phone, they will take X amount of details, they will then maybe book in an appointment, or maybe they will get put into a CRM system, or maybe they will just get written on a piece of paper for a new inquiry and that gets added to a pile. It doesn't matter about the technicalities of it, is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you use no software in all of this. If you use a paper diary and then you submit an internal piece of paper and then that goes onto a whiteboard. The logistics of that don't matter at this moment, but if you start to get the process written down, you can improve on that and include bits of software. And I'm not talking about the technicality of it and that you need to have plugged in every cool bit of software together. That's not where we're at. It's about, what can you say, this is how good looks like, so when you get somebody in to help, they can take it and see, okay, yeah, I see what good looks like. And so for me, this is the easiest way to do it. Pens, paper. Now, then when you have done it, you just can either take a picture and get somebody to create it. You can create it yourself, but I feel like the visualness of this is the bit that then starts to push it forward. And even if you don't create it, and even if you have 50 big flip charts of notes and flows that then get stuck around an office for people to look at, it is a start. And it's a start to getting it out of your head onto paper and for other people to help you. So my big tip while I am on holiday this week is, if you are struggling with processes because you don't like them, you think they're boring, or you just don't know how to create them, just get one of these. And even if you just think, I tell you what, 15 minutes every day, whether it's while I have a brew or have my lunch, or it's first thing when I get in, I'll just pick one thing that we do quite regularly and I'll map it out on here, stick it up on the wall, and just move on to the next. And at some point you'll start to see the collection of everything, and that can then become something really special in your business to start to grow it with. So I hope this tip helped your head to get it out of the dirt and into the clouds, of which hopefully there are none of where I am. And I will see you next week when I am back for episode 81. See you then. Bye bye.